Hi guys, happy Saturday and welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. This video, even though it's a Saturday, is going to be yummy for the tummy. So let's start with this. Nio and Firefly, two brands under Shanghai-based Nio Group, made their debut in the Belgian market this week at the Link to Fleet ZE Experience event near Brussels. Yes, both Nio and Firefly. Hedon Automotive, the company's partner and distributor for Belgium and Luxembourg, showcased both Nio and Firefly vehicles at the event on Thursday in Leuven, about 16 miles from the capital. The exhibition gathered more than 100 plug-in hybrid and fully electric models. Sales of Nio and its mass-market Firefly brand are scheduled to begin in Belgium and Luxembourg in the final quarter of this year, alongside launches in Austria and Hungary. It's getting very exciting. Hedon Mobility Group said Nio's sales operations in Belgium will start in September, with Luxembourg to follow in 2026. Hedon will handle distribution, vehicle sales, aftermarket services, and spare parts in both countries. So it's not just about selling cars and see you. Whenever a car company, an EV company sets up in a country, you have to have aftermarket services, you have to have spare parts and sales services in those countries. So while all this is happening, something very interesting is going on in China. And I managed to get a little whiff of it, and I took some notes down on it that's gonna help encourage the EV revolution continuing going forward and entire Chinese market. It says China's consumer goods trade-in program on track. Let me say that again. China's consumer goods trade-in program on track. Yes, if you trade in your cars, etc., old refrigerators, old TVs. Central subsidies to be issued in batches through the fourth quarter. Yes, you heard that right. So China started this consumer good trade-in program in the beginning of the year to help spark the economy, and they're going to continue it throughout the fourth quarter. It says China's consumer goods trade-in program remains unchanged and is progressing as expected, with about half of the annual central subsidy funds already utilized, about half of it already utilized. Xinhua News Agency reported on Friday, noting that central government funds will be dispersed in batches in the third and fourth quarter of 2025. Boom! It says since the beginning of the year, in line with the nationwide consumer goods trade-in program launched by multiple government departments, a total of 300 billion yuan for 41.3 billion US dollars in special treasury bonds is scheduled to be directly allocated to local governments to support full year implementations. Two batches of central funds totaling 160 billion yuan were issued in January and April to support trading activities in the first and second quarters, said the report. Now, American media is not reporting on this. I'm not sure why. Well, we all know why. Because they keep saying the Chinese economy is spiraling downwards and you should be careful not to invest into the Chinese economy, but let BlackRock, Citicorp, and the rest do it. You should not do it. It says the central subsidies consist of three parts. First, the ultra-long special government bonds allocated by the central government, which are double the size of last year's allocation, double the size. Second, local governments are required to contribute matching funds based on a general 9-to-1 central to local ratio. And third, some localities are also allocating additional funding based on local needs and progress, according to an official from the National Development and Reform Commission. The NDRC, China's top economic planner, According to the established work plan, the NDRC and Ministry of Finance will disburse central government funds for the third and fourth quarter in July and October, respectively. Local authorities will continue to provide matching funds with relevant departments while guide improvements are in subsidy distribution to ensure smoother implementation and balanced fund. Now remember, Nio is releasing the L90 in the third quarter. The L80 is coming in the fourth quarter. Oh, and I'm going to have to do a video on that L80. Some more news came out that is unbelievably exciting. But anyway, an official from the Ministry of Commerce said that sales generated by this year's trade-in program have already surpassed the total for 2024. Surpassed the total, reflecting the policy's continued effectiveness in boosting consumption and driving industrial upgrades. Going forward, local authorities are required to make full use of allocated funds with detailed sector-based plans, ensure steady implementation, strengthen supervision over product quality and pricing, and prevent subsidy fraud to ensure compliant and orderly execution, the Xinhua reported. So, if you think that the EV industry in China is going to slow down anytime soon, the subsidies are coming for the consumers to trade in. I hope you guys found this video yet again to be informational, inspirational, and motivational. If so, guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It takes a lot of time to do these videos and the editing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level up as to how the game is played on Wall Street. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.